Hello and welcome to Viking Views. I'm Justin Schaefer. Missouri Valley College is redefining the break students can get during the summer. Viking Views' Ricardo Padilla has the story.
Missouri Valley College has increased the amount of class offered online and decreased the tuition for this summer to help students. The summer schedule includes 37 courses, 12 of which are upper division and 26 in which will be taught by the MVC regular full-time faculty. The tuition will be $250 for each credit hour, plus a $25 fee for undergraduate courses.
So we reviewed student needs, and we identified classes that students either often earn a D or an F in, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to catch up on that before the next semester. We wanted to give students an opportunity to take courses in their major to either stay on track for graduation or potentially, like you, graduate a semester early. And we wanted to offer both major classes and electives that are upper division, junior, senior level, which is a graduation requirement.
She also said that they lowered the tuition after getting feedback from the students about the cost, that for the students the payment was like a barrier for them, so the college decided to help and take down the barrier. One of the students from NBC, Steven Middendorf, a junior, said that he is glad they lowered the tuition.
I found out about the summer classes through my advisor, which she told me about them having lower prices, which helped me out a lot since I don't have that much money.
To register for summer classes, you can talk with your advisor, and for more information about the courses or any question you have involved with the summer classes, you can talk with the registration office. Ricardo Padilla, Viking Views.
According to SaveMoreLives.com, 47% of vehicle occupants seriously injured in 2016 were unbuckled. Viking Views' Taylor Gilkey reports on how Missouri Valley College creates awareness to the importance of wearing a seatbelt.
Missouri Valley College's Public Safety Department decided to bring in the Missouri State Highway Patrol to demonstrate the importance of seatbelts.
Well, we decided that we've seen a lot of coverage on television about accidents and people not wearing their seatbelts. And at this level, college kids, a lot of them probably don't wear their seatbelt because they don't think they need to. So I think this will enhance their understanding of why a seatbelt's important. I mean, the machine, it only runs at 5 miles an hour. And if you ride it for that short period of time and get that impact, you're going to feel it on your chest. So at 5 miles an hour, just imagine it would be at 50 miles an hour.
Students climbed onto the seatbelt convincer to see what all the noise was about, surprised to feel such an impact at such a low speed. Missouri Highway State Patrolman Bill Lowe manned the seatbelt convincer, strapping people into what he hoped a safer lifestyle.
I'm a 22-year veteran of the Highway Patrol, so I've seen about 2,500 crashes, investigated about 2,500. So I've seen all kinds of car crashes, whether it was minor to extremely serious, and some of those serious crashes could have been avoided had somebody just worn their seatbelt.
While Lowe strapped people in, bystanders watched as their friends experienced the impact. One Missouri Valley student participated in the convincer and has also experienced an accident herself.
I had a head-on collision in my senior year in high school. It was like the first day of school. This car did a U-turn right in front of me, and it hit the passenger side where my brother was, so it was pretty scary.
And with her own experience, she is convinced that seatbelts save lives. Taylor Gilkey, Viking Views.
After 2 weeks of raining weather left its mark on Missouri Valley College spring sports this year, Viking Views' Beatrice Salas reports on how coaches, teams, and schools are trying to deal with it.
Baseball, softball, men's and women's lacrosse, golf and tennis were some of the sports affected by the rain.
Softball has had 2 conference doubleheaders postponed, and then we had to play 3 doubleheaders out of the high school field since they have a turf facility. Tennis, I know, has lost or has been postponed at least 3 matches, if not 4. Golf had their home invitational shortened from a 2-day event to a 1-day event. But yeah, so far this spring it's been tough. Women's lacrosse had a game against Missouri Baptist that had to be moved from St. Louis to here because of the weather. So the past few weeks have been pretty tough on the spring sports.
It's tough for our practice schedule. It's tough for our match schedule. This week we've been rained out of a match yesterday, Tuesday, today on Wednesday, and it's made it a little bit challenging for getting matches in.
some non-conference matches may be cancelled because all the conference matches have to be played no matter what.
I know in our conference, it seems like every day some school has something that's been postponed, whether it's baseball or softball or tennis. So that every day we get postponement and cancellation notices from almost every single school in our conference. And I know that schools in Columbia and in St. Louis and in the Kansas City area, the NAI schools, are struggling too to find dates to make up these games because 2 weeks we've had nothing but.
Teams have been affected not only physically because of the rain.
Mentally is the problem because you can't get into a rhythm of playing games. You have a game scheduled and then you might not get it in, and you got the build up of the emotion, looking forward to the game, and then a letdown of not being able to play it, and then all of a sudden you're able to play another day. That it's a mental issue that there's really no rhythm to have consistency in our games because we try to schedule everything between Tuesdays and weekends.
Coaches and faculty members are trying to make something work out for the teams that have been affected.
Always time for them to come inside. Our facility coordinator, Chad Lance, our head men's basketball coach, he coordinates all the sports. So usually, if football has spring practice outside, if it's available to come inside, if there's a rain delay or rain postponement, they can come in and walk through as long as there's not men's volleyball or track and field going on, because track and field gets the first dibs on the track from the time slot they have for practice, getting ready for indoor and outdoor.
We have to share the gym with everybody else in days that we can get on the football field to get some ground balls and fly balls. We do that. So the days that we're unable to use our field, we utilize indoor and football field.
The weather is supposed to get better in the next 2 weeks. Beatriz Salles, Viking Views.
Most of the Missouri Valley College matches were already rescheduled. The Missouri Valley College golf team is coming off of team and individual championships at the Missouri Valley Invitational on April 4th. The Missouri Valley College golf team is coming off of capturing a team and individual event at the MVC Spring Invite on April 4th at Indian Foothills Golf Course, and head coach Jordan Dixon couldn't be happier.
It's been a gradual thing. This is my 5th year doing it. This is my 4th year of having my recruits, and each year we've gotten better. This year I feel like we're more up to the challenge of when we do go to big tournaments, we perform. Instead of knowing that we should perform and not doing it, now we're going to those tournaments and doing it.
Dixon said the team's biggest improvement has been the togetherness and camaraderie of the team.
Enthusiasm. I really look for, when I have guys and girls come to campus, their parents most of the time do a lot of the talking, and the kids kind of sit on the side, and take it in. But I like the kids that come out. They're enthusiastic about it. They love asking questions. They want to be a part of it. So that's the biggest thing. So I look at that. I look at golf IQ, course management. So those are the big things, because if you have enthusiasm of wanting to be here, and this is one of your top 2, top 3 priorities in your life, which it should be, school first and then golf, and then your other parts of your life, whatever that may be, that's the biggest thing. So that's what we look for.
Junior Grant Numrich, who placed 4th in the event, said the team's depth has been the key to their success.
We've just got a really solid core group of guys that we can all shoot low on any given day, and it really helps when we've got 6 or 7 guys that can do that. And then if somebody's not playing too great one week, well, we can just sub another guy in, and it just keeps working out like that.
The men's golf team is back in action on April 19th at the NCMC Spring Invite. 2 Missouri Valley students had a successful trip to the Alpha Chi Convention. Viking Views' Mateus Marino has the story.
On April 6th, the Missouri Valley took the integrants of the Alpha Chi Society to its National Honor Society convention in Louisville, Kentucky. Out of the speakers, Mariana Osaki and Maria Del Mar were some of the international students representing Missouri Valley. They decided to present about the social interaction between domestic and international students. The presentation was over. The adrenaline went down. However, they were not done yet. Their name was called as the winners of the best conference paper in sociology and anthropology.
Well, I wasn't expecting at all. When I heard it, I was gonna make a joke with Maria, so I looked at her to make the joke. And then I heard her name being called, and I was like, no, this is not us. And then I heard my name, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is us. And I was just like, I just started laughing, and then I looked at her, and she was laughing, and I looked at Professor Levy, and he had like the most surprising face I ever seen. Like, he was so surprised too.
The girls were not the only ones who got emotional after the announcement.
I don't know if I should tell this, but he cried. And then when we were at the lobby at the hotel, I asked him again how he felt, and he said that this year his book got to be published, and whenever he received the email of the publishers, he was more happy with us winning the prize than whenever he found out his book was going to be published. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I feel super happy because we didn't expect this, and this is an important award that I can add in my resume and in my career.
Now the girls may serve as an example for future students to bring more awards back to Moval. Matheus Marinho, Viking Views.
A group of Missouri Valley College takes care of every building on campus when nobody's looking. Viking Views' Ricardo Padilla has the story.
Thomas Washington works in the morning shift as maintenance and is the housekeeper from Young and Morrison Hall from Monday to Friday.
The job is not difficult at all, relatively easy after you get done. You keep your halls and bathrooms clean. You know, they rarely stay pretty clean. After Monday, it's kind of like more detailing than it is anything else. Basically, we just, like I said, we keep the bathrooms clean, sinks and mirrors and clean, and the hallways, and then mop the hallways if there need to be. Other than that, that's basically what we do.
When every day is just a normal day for him, sometimes he had to deal with some students that make his job a little more difficult.
Some of the students want to play jokes and put soap and stuff all over the mirrors and this kind of thing. It kind of hinders the other students from, you know, getting that personal hygiene done in the morning because the mirrors are all fogged up with soap and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, with young people, you never know what you're going to get. Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days.
Washington said that college students need to recognize they are also part of the campus when it comes to cleaning. When a student throws things on the floor or makes a mess, he talks to the students about it with the goal of changing direction.
My rapport with the students, I would say, is pretty good because I've known quite a few of them for several years. I've been in this location for like 5 years. And I get along pretty well with some of the students. Of course, you know, sometimes there are some conflicts about what they can do and what they can't do in the buildings, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Washington went to Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Education, a Master of Science in Therapeutic Recreations, worked for the state for 20 years in mental health, retired from the state and the school system, taught special ed and secondary special ed for the state for 3 years. He works on mobile just to get some extra money and enjoys interacting with the students. Ricardo Padilla, Viking Views.
Also in the summertime, maintenance and the housekeepers work collectively by cleaning, painting, mopping, and doing other things to get the dorms ready for the fall semester. Baseball season started and Missouri Valley College took a group of students to the second game of the season for the Kansas City Royals. Viking Views' Jimena Padilla reports.
NBC Students Affairs Office gave students the opportunity to attend a Kansas City Royals game.
Well, I think this is an excellent experience for international students. For example, in Mexico, it's not the most important sport, but it's I can say that it's the second most important sport. And I'm not a huge fan, but coming here to the United States and watch a baseball game, a professional baseball game, is really cool. I mean, the experience is really nice, and I really love it.
Faculty and staff also attend the game. For international student Oscar Sanchez, this was a great opportunity to experience for the first time a baseball game.
It was a really interesting game. I feel really excited. It actually was my very first time watching a baseball game. So I feel really happy that Mobile does these kind of activities, and I hope they make it another year.
Jimena Padilla, Viking Views.
That's Viking Views for this semester. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Schaefer.